Hello and welcome to Jazini Insights. They say this is the season of love. I hope you're feeling loved where you are, but I want to tell you that God loves you more than any other person in this world. That is why his love is not like the ones we see all over with a lot of heartaches. Let's talk about the National Security Advisor and issues with Canada.
Canada denied you. They can go to hell. Even though it's painful, it's disrespectful, but we are people. We are strong. And I agree with you. We have to fix our country. We have to do it well.
Nigerian security leadership is lamenting that Canada had denied them visa to attend an event. The question is, when will Canada start coming to Nigeria for such events? And when will other countries seek Nigeria's visa? For any reason they think is of national importance. If you ask me, there is no serious government, no serious country will see what is happening in Nigeria and not bat an eyelid when the same people managing the sector that is in charge of security tries to downplay these things and maybe come to their country to play defense. Why will such things happen? These are the questions they are not asking. The people who are feeling cheated, denied, the questions they're not asking is why. Even though they've tried to give the reason that they did not follow due process for visa application, which is also a pointer to inefficiency, lackadaisical attitude, and incompetence.
Part of what we're hearing is perhaps the procedure for applying for the visa was faulty. Normally, in relations between governments, there is a note verbal, which the Ministry of Foreign Affairs would usually write on behalf of a subsisting MDA when they are approaching an embassy. So what we're hearing is that in this regard, that note verbal was not accompanied. Now,
people occupying such level of power, such level of sensitive position should know what it entails to apply to enter another country. They should be security conscious. They should be conscious of what any country they want to visit holds there. Talk more of falling short of the procedures for visa application for such high-ranking and sensitive position. Something that borders on national security. People don't allow people to enter their countries anyhow. Talk more of people who have the kind of inclination of the people who wanted to go into Canada. If you are wondering what I'm talking about, is an incident where Nigeria's security chiefs were to go to Canada for an Invictus game. If you remember sometime last year, this Invictus game was organized in Nigeria by the son of the monarchy in the United Kingdom, Prince Harry.
I've been in Canada, Vancouver, Canada.
Organized an Invictus game to honor our fallen heroes and those wounded in the battlefront in the course of their duty, those who have been somehow affected by their commitment to their country. That Invictus game is, according to them, aimed at giving recognition to these people and certain needed support. And that event was held in Nigeria, where Prince Harry was given a kingly welcome
and put on a fantastic cultural display. They were also treated to amazing music and dance performance. According to
a kingly stay in Nigeria, you know how we are. We accept people and we celebrate people. More so when, they are. Anyway. So this time around, according to them, the event is happening in Canada and they were invited. So they needed also to reciprocate the visit. And now they got denied. Speculations, the reason that it may have been as a result of wrong visa application are just speculations in public domain. But if we're now to begin to look at it critically, I would think it's this way. One, no country is at core. Every country retains their sovereignty and owes nobody any explanation as to who they give visas and who they don't. Secondly, security is very important. Before I even get there, we have a behavior that our government officials will pack entourage to events like that. If you look at other world leaders, they are probably going to come with themselves and any other official personnel support they would need. But, you know, just like Nigerians are jackbarring in droves, these ones that are occupying power, that have things going on for them, that because they have access to the money or because they can't leave because of the position they occupy, because you can't be in power and be in another country. So it looks like whenever they see opportunity to travel, all of them will latch onto it. So they see these events abroad as their own means and way to jackpa and jackpada to experience the abroad life that ordinary Nigerians are opportune to have free passage to. That's how some people see it. Now, because of that reason, they're all wanting to go. They will pack numbers. That could be one of the reasons. Now, what I said before this one is that for something as serious as security, no country is going to allow you passage when you are the security boss of another country. They'll be wondering what you're coming to do in their country. Are you seeing it from that angle? If I tell you that the US National Security Advisor or Chief of Army Staff or top-ranking military official are packing people or is packing his people, his men, to come to our country, the first thing that will come into your mind is what exactly are they coming to do? And in some cases, any program they say they are coming for will be like a decoy. So there is a sensitive situation. That could also be one of the reasons they deny them. Because what are you coming to do in our country, being the security chiefs of another country? And not like the program you're going for is not something that you cannot do without. Then the elephant in the room. The issues of insecurity in Nigeria and the stories that have come out from the quarters of these people who are managing our security. You remember some time ago that people in the military have been indicted. Bosses, heads of military have been indicted many times to be part of those micromanaging and masterminding the insecurities in the country. These are allegations in public domain, either because of monies that come out from it or because of certain affiliations. In recent times, the US is shaping their policies internationally in the aid they give to developing countries because of the same reasons that they think that these monies don't get to the people they are meant for. They end in the hands of those people who use it to, quote and unquote, sponsor terrorism, support terrorism.
Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think...
So with what is happening now, if Canada deny these people visas, you can begin to imagine what they are thinking. Especially when they are told that people who have been involved in killing Nigerians, Boko Haram, ISWAP, what's this new one? Any other name, bandits, whatever they assume, have been reintegrated through their whatever corridor into the society or into the military. Terrorism is what every country that is serious don't play with. They don't play with it because they understand what it means that you lay hands on another man and maim them and even delete them finally from face of the earth. That you come into a place where there is peace and you destabilize it. You come into a place and you throw bomb and shatter human beings like pebbles. Any serious country would not close their eyes to things like this, especially when they feel that the handling of security in the country involved is not honest or is lackadaisical. Every opportunity to get to these people, they will. So what are we running up and down for? What are we? Nuhu Ribadu made a comment that I wish they can follow through. It's time for us to build our country. Build your country so that nobody will be running anywhere to go and attend what? Let's build our country. Let's build our country. And then this feeling like, do you know who is the number one security, whatever, and then the world does not see leadership the way Nigerians see it. They see it as call to serve. But we see it as we have arrived. All in all dream in life, so that any office I enter, everybody will bear mole for me, will bend down for me. It's not supposed to be. So instead of Nuhu Ribadu telling Canada to go to hell, I think that go to hell should translate into get to work for them and for Nigeria. The best form of revenge is success. When you succeed and Nigeria becomes the next destination for anybody who think he's seen the development, then you can brag. If you say to hell with Canada, would they really go to hell? Nigerians are trooping to Canada in search of jobs. Nigerians are trooping to Canada for one reason or the other. Every opportunity your government officials see, they run away and can have that comfort for at least few days or few moments and still come back to the country that they kept in ruins. So for me, get to hell should be get to work Nigeria and stop giving this country embarrassments. Why wouldn't they deny them visas when they integrate terrorists into the military? When they grant pardon to terrorists who have made life unbearable for people in the country? When they demonize those who are fighting genuine causes and embrace those who are actually against the country? And you think Canada should clap for you and be happy? It calls for concern that it speaks volume. We don't want your type in this place. They give ordinary Nigerians visas to Canada, and then they deny your security chiefs visa for few days events. It speaks volume. And sometimes these people have information that we don't have. Sometimes these people have information that we don't have. The response they gave on Twitter is vague. It means they also don't owe you any explanation. No embassy owes you any explanation. I mean, why you must get their visa. They can deny you. The embarrassment is too much for Nigerians. And we don't blame those embarrassing us. We will keep blaming those who brought us where we are, because it is said that it is he who fetched an ant-infested firewood that invited the lizard. One other subtle reason that people are not considering is the person of Prince Harry. He's been controversial lately over so many things. He even has a drug case in the United States. And for someone who is at loggerhead with his family, who are also maybe who the public in his local country and some other places see as hiding in another country, as against taking his full place in the dynasty. A country like Canada would think that he has no say. What do you think? Someone is organizing an event outside his own country, inviting security chiefs from other countries to come into that country. Do you think Canada gives a damn about Prince Harry for such events? So, if they valued him that much, I don't think they would handle his invitees the same way. So his personality and his controversial personality can be a contributing factor. So, even when Prince Harry came to Nigeria for that Invictus game, have we forgotten how the media dragged him, his local country media, how they dragged him and the wife, how they despise his efforts, and how it is seen that he's hiding in other places. So all this will come together to form the perception about the program they're going for and the people going for that program. Me, denying them visa has some economic implications for us as a country. First, Let them feel what Nigerians feel in the embassies. The humiliations Nigerians go through because of how these people present themselves, run the country, and the perception they give us as a people generally, as a country. You remember that economic importance is not all that is good. Let me just use something like a Greek. When you plant and some pests come, they're going to ask you the economic importance of pests or pests. And we say that they destroy crops. It's of economic importance. So your money is going to reduce because pests attack your produce. It has some economic implications. Then for us, on the positive side, the economic implication is that they will save the monies for ESTA codes. That is if those monies will actually be saved. When there is opportunity to travel, all of them trooping because of allowance, ESTA codes they will get from those journeys, quotations that will be given for programs like that, travels and all the likes. So they now have the opportunity to save those monies and commit them to security so that we'll begin to change the narrative concerning how we handle the security of lives and property in our country. What forms the perception of a country is majorly her rule of law and security. If these two things exist in a country, you will not be inviting any foreigner or any foreign investor to that country. If there's no rule of law, such that they can twist your law anyhow and use their people against anybody involved, there will be no development, because people will feel that if anything happens to me, my finances and resources that I've committed in those countries, they will just go like that. I won't get justice. And then when there's a lot of news of insecurity, it's also a problem. Nobody will. Have you imagined the reputation Nigeria has got in the area of insecurity? Even though it's not as bad as that. Before people come to Nigeria, they are warned, they prepare, they are so afraid. People will even come and stage their own kidnap and build war stories around it just to get that viewership that people are looking for as news coming out from Nigeria. As negative. It's because of handling. So we have been able to save certain resources, if at all those resources will be saved.